And then I went and saw Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. That's a weird combination of Hail Caesar and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. This is a movie that I pretty much forgot that this was even still being made until about a fucking few months ago. And when I got a trailer for this, because I remember um, that this movie, or the book that this movie's based off of, is from the same writer of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And I saw that movie. I never read the book, and I thought the movie was fine. I enjoyed that movie. It was stupid and silly enough that I actually enjoyed it. I know some people didn't, but I did. And I remember that movie not doing very well. And I remember them wanting to do this Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and I thought because of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter not doing very well, I thought, well, that killed that. So I figured, like, we're never going to see this. And then 2 months ago, I get a trailer for this. I went, oh, this is still happening. Okay. And it's PG-13. Yikes. Like, it's like a zombie movie that's PG-13 usually is going to fucking suck. Only movie I could think that was not that bad was Warm Bodies. World War Z, no. Just no. I hate that movie. It's just, yeah, it's never a good idea to make a PG-13 horror or zombie movie. So that was almost a deal breaker for me. But what kind of made me kind of change my mind about seeing it was I was told by a few people that had seen it that I actually like their usually kind of agree with their opinions on, like a lot of critics that I agree with their opinions on had saw the movie and actually said it was pretty decent, not actually a bad film at all. It was pretty good. And I was like, all right, I gotta check this out. They said it's kind of it's the same people that didn't like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter actually like this one better. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of interested now. And again, I have a feeling I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. Out of the two movies I saw today, Hail Caesar and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, I kind of like this a little better. I know I'm gonna get so much shit for saying that. I had a little bit more fun with this. And it definitely has a lot of problems. Yeah, it does. But it was one of those movies that was kind of campy enough and kind of stupid enough that I kind of really did dig it. More than I ever thought I would. One major positives I thought was really good about this thing was the two leads. It was Lily James, who played Elizabeth Bennet, and I don't know who played Mr. Darcy, but both of those were very, very good in this film. I thought they were really good and carried the film as the two leads. I thought they were really convincing in their roles. Lily James was the only other movie I've ever seen her in. And correct me if I've maybe seen her in something else, but I only remember her seeing her in was the Cinderella remake from last year. And I almost don't fucking I didn't recognize her until somebody told me that was her. She looks a lot better in this than she did in Cinderella, in my opinion. She needs to stay a brunette. God damn, she looks gorgeous in this movie. And that was one problem I had with this movie throughout the whole thing. Or saying that she was the least attractive of the sisters. I'm like, no, she's not. Not at fucking all. There's a lot more or less attractive in the sisters. Maybe that's just my taste, but fuck it. She was. Yeah, I liked her. She's the the badass female role that I love to see in these kinds of films. She's not a damsel in distress, and she doesn't need to be saved by Mr. Darcy throughout this whole movie. Actually, she saves his ass throughout most of this movie. It's like equal. Both of them save each other throughout this thing. I don't know much of the. I know I'm one of the few people out there, but I've never really read Pride and Prejudice. so I don't know how accurate or like how much it follows the book. So I really don't know. So don't ask me. um, uh, but I thought they both were pretty good in their damn roles. Um, Also, I just liked the whole zombie mashup into this thing. Also, this movie did something that has never I thought I've never seen done before in a zombie movie, and that is they bring up this idea throughout the whole movie, and this is addressed more than once, that the zombies in this thing, whenever somebody gets bitten, they're still human until they start eating brains. And once they start eating more and more brains, then they become more and more like a zombie. I like that idea. That had never been done before. Usually in a zombie movie, when somebody gets bitten, they, within hours, become a zombie, and that's it. This was a kind of different approach that I've never seen done before. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe maybe there is a zombie movie that's done this before, but I've never seen this done before, and that was kind of refreshing. Like, I'm sick of zombie movies like everybody, and that was kind of different. I actually give the movie props for that. Um, um, it was kind of like it was like I said, it's very very refreshing. Um, it is very. This movie has a lot of ridiculousness about this movie. It has one of my favorite scenes in this movie. One of my favorite what the fuck moments in this movie was it's a very short, like, I probably the only person who thought this. There's a part where they're introducing this character, Lady Catherine. They're talking about her, and it abruptly cuts to her, like this woman standing up atop of a horde, like a pile of body of zombies, and she's just got like this one big gaping hole in her eye where her eye used to be, and she's just screaming, and then it just abruptly cuts right back to them just talking normally, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, I was like, that was pretty abrupt, and to my most surprise, my very happy surprise, I found out later Lena Headey is playing the role of Lady Catherine, and that made me a happy, happy man. I love Lena Headey. Guess what? She's playing a badass female warrior. That's something she's never done before, but she's fucking great in this role. Oh my god. She can play this kind of role in her sleep. She's convincing all the goddamn time when she plays roles like this. I was so happy when I saw her in this movie. I didn't know she was in this movie. That made me a very happy man. Like I said, I love Lena Headey. And like I said, it was a very pleasant surprise. Now, where I don't like this, what I didn't like about this movie, one, and this is, again, this is a movie that really, really, really wants to be an R-rated film. And you can fucking tell almost every time a zombie comes on to this film, comes on screen, that this movie wants to be R-rated. There's a scene, 2 scenes, more maybe even 3 scenes, where zombies' heads get their heads blown, or zombies get their heads blown off. No, clean fucking off. And there's no blood. That fucking drives me nuts whenever a movie does that. There was one scene where I think they did get away with blood because it was so dark of a scene that when the head got blown off, you could barely see the blood, so I think they got away with that. But there's a scene in broad daylight where a zombie gets its head blown off, and there's no blood. Are you fucking kidding me? Quit doing that. It would have been probably CGI blood, but fucking Jesus. If you're wanting to do the shit like that, then make it rated R. And if you're not going to make it rated R, just don't do it then. And then, like, there's a lot of... The zombie effects are mostly CGI. And they look pretty fake. And a lot of them look pretty goddamn fake throughout this thing. And that's pretty sad because shows like Walking Dead do practical zombie effects all the damn time and prove that you can still do it. And this movie, for some reason, decides to use CGI zombies. That I don't know why, and it bugs me. Why? Um, Also, again, for me, never haven't read Pride and Prejudice books. I don't know if this character is as annoying as in this movie. If he's annoying in the books, the original Pride and Prejudice book, but that character, that guy who was the cousin, their cousin, which that's fucking weird. That they're marrying, they're like, they're the mom's trying to set them up with their cousin to marry him. That's fucking weird. I'm sorry, that's still fucking weird. They just addressed that. I mean, I know it's like the olden times and that's Britain, whatever, fuck you, but it's still pretty, that's weird. It still is cut. But the cousin character, I'm going on a rant. The cousin character is really fucking annoying. Although he doesn't have one of the best what the fuck moments where he goes, "Oh fiddlesticks," or "Oh fiddles." Like, I went, did he just literally just say fiddles? I was like, okie dokie then. Whatever. But his character was so fucking obnoxious. It was like, get off my screen. I know he was supposed to be obnoxious, but fuck. He was a kind of a comedic relief that did not need to be in this kind of movie. Yeah. I'm trying to think there was something else that bugged the hell out of me, but I'm forgetting now. I'm sure it's going to come back to me now. Like I said, I do kind of recommend this movie. I probably wouldn't say a full price to see it. Like I said, I usually say this all the time, but there's a lot better movies out there to see than this. It's a decent sit. This probably will be the last of those mashup movies that we probably the last of these we'll probably ever see. I know that he's done like something like Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters. What the fuck? Like, I do gotta give this guy credit for doing some weird shit with like classic stories and classic figures in history. I'll give him credit for that, but still, what the hell? Yeah. I have a feeling this will be the last one because this didn't do very well. And it was only me and two other people in the theater seeing this, so yeah, I highly doubt this will. We'll see another one of these. Um, yeah, as far as trailers, I got no new ones. It's all the same trailers I've gotten before, so that's as far as trailers go. I'll be back within a few days here, probably. I'm going to try to go tomorrow, Thursday night pre-screening for Zoolander 2 and the movie that I know a lot of people are looking forward to, Deadpool. So that'll be within the next few days. I'll have reviews for those posted up. And until then, I'll talk to you guys later.